I'm feeling both very pleased and very privileged to be able to address this group of people, because I believe that the work that Chiasma does in terms of connecting students with industry, connecting our brightest young people with the people who need them, is really important. And I think that it's something that New Zealand needs for its future development. I work for Callaghan Innovation, named after Sir Paul Callaghan, who, following up on Sir Peter's comments about New Zealand scientists who don't do their work in New Zealand, Sir Paul came back, worked here in Wellington at Victoria University of Wellington, and was also the initial director for the McDiarmid Institute. And he was world-renowned as an amazing scientist. He did some very cool fundamental work. But he was also very passionate and very outspoken about the importance of getting science out of the labs and actually into the real world where it can benefit people and help people. And that might be economic benefit, it might be social benefit, it might be public good benefit. But he had a vision of New Zealand as being a place which had enough innovative companies doing cool things that our smart people would want to stay here. And if they've had some time overseas, come back here. And I think that's really important. And our main purpose is to help business succeed through technology. So we are here to encourage businesses to do more R&D, work with R&D providers, embrace that innovative attitude and come up with cool new products that they can then sell both nationally and internationally. I would like to try and show you a couple of the routes that you can use to commercialise research through the auspices of Callaghan Innovation, and I hope that I can show you some examples of some of the cool stuff that's going on that leave you feeling excited as well. I would like to highlight two things. So as I've been introduced, I'm in the National Technology Networks team, and so it's actually quite appropriate that I'm here talking to Chiasma about connecting students with industry, because part of my role is about connecting R&D providers with the industry that might well need them. And so that's both public R&D providers, universities, CRIs, also private research institutes, so Malaghan, Cawthron, and also we actually have quite a lot of R&D expertise embedded within companies already in New Zealand. And so connecting those people up with other companies that might need them, with other researchers, that's also a really important thing to do. Callaghan Innovation offers a number of grants to help students to help industry commercialise their R&D. There are summer internships for students who are in their final year of studying, undergraduate degrees. We also have fully paid master's and PhD scholarships working with industry, and we have what we call our careers grant, which is where you've finished your master's or PhD, and then we pay for you to go and work with an industry for 6 months. So you go and work in a company, and it's the first step on your career in commercialising research with them. In terms of what we've done, we're relatively young in the grand scheme of things, but over the 2 years of our operation, I'd like to point out 717 internships over 2 years. That's not too shabby. We also have 24 partnerships with universities, institutes of technology, polytechs, CRIs, and local economic development agencies. The other thing that I want to point out that we're doing is building New Zealand's innovation capability. Under the auspices of Callaghan, we have pilot plants where if you've got a cool idea that works on the lab scale, but you want to see if it'll actually work on a semi-commercial scale, that's where you can go to give it a go. We have innovation precincts where we pull smart companies together to be co-located so that they can talk to each other and do even more smart things. And we have our incubators. And this is a really cool way to commercialise research. So we have two types of incubators, founder incubators, and that is where someone comes in with a bright idea and applies to an incubator, and if they get accepted, they'll get put through a program of How do you do your market research? How do you figure out if this is a good idea? How do you pitch? How do you try and get money? How do you actually run a company? And so those are really useful. But those are focused on someone who wants to be a CEO. We also have the technology incubators. And this is perhaps a little bit more connected closely with the university and CRI environment. And the technology incubators are all about really rich, powerful, strong IP and how to make the most out of that. And so this may be an instance where an academic, potentially one of your supervisors, goes, I've got this awesome idea, but I kind of don't really want to be a CEO. And they would take it to one of the technology incubators who would put a team around that. And the academic might become the chief technology officer or the chief science officer, or one of their students who's particularly entrepreneurial minded might come out of the university after they've finished studying to become the CTO or the CSO. We have 3 technology incubators, Astrolab, Powerhouse and WNT Ventures. All of these companies from Powerhouse have come out of a university or a Crown Research Institute. They are all companies where something really cool was going on and that's been picked up and turned into a commercial venture. These are startups. This is a potential route for you to either look at starting up a company or to come and work for one of these really cool guys. So we've got a huge range of technologies encapsulated in here. Veritide is bacteria detection for food packaging. The Crop Logic has come out of Plant and Food. It is a decision software platform whereby crop growers can figure out what they should be doing with their fields. Invert Robotics, they've built a robot that can climb up walls inside your milk tank and figure out if A, they're dirty or B, they're cracked. So really useful, handy stuff. Photonic Innovations is gas sensing. Arc Active is carbon materials for better performance car batteries for hybrid cars. Motum Technologies, they're kind of cool as well. It's advertising through virtual reality technologies. So we've got things ranging through from life sciences, material sciences, physics, ICT, all sorts of different things coming out of these technology incubators. So what I hope that I've shown you here today is that when you're thinking about working with industry, you don't just have to think about working with your Fisher & Paykel, working with your Gallagher, working with Tate. Those are all amazing options and they're really good. But there are also other options like working for some of these cool startups or getting involved in starting something up yourself. Rukahia te wahinaro, hei manga tatai whetū. Explore the unknown and pursue excellence.